From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the Business, Equity, and Opportunities Podcast with Scott Sander.
Welcome to the Business, Equity, and Opportunities Podcast. I'm Scott Sander. On this episode,
Spencer Levy is a top strategist on the subject of global commercial real estate. He was in Indianapolis last week speaking at the INDY Crew Luncheon. Talked with us about the future of commercial real estate and offered insights into what Indiana might do to help grow its commercial footprint.
Every business is unique and has a target audience. If you own or manage a business, Circulus Digital Media can help you connect and grow your customer base with turnkey digital solutions that are nimble, offering best-in-class results, service, and support to reach a bigger customer base, allowing you to pinpoint a specific audience down to the smallest details. Get outside the city, the state, span the globe. Put Circulus Digital Media to work for you. Get started now at circulusdigital.com. That's circulusdigital.com. This is Business, Equity, and Opportunities. Industry Focus.
My name's Spencer Levy. I'm a global client strategist, senior economic advisor for CBRE, which basically means I run around the world giving speeches to the largest real estate owners and occupiers. I'm also fortunate to be the host of CBRE's podcast, The Weekly Take, which is the #1 most downloaded podcast in real estate. But basically, it all comes down to this. I advise clients on what they should be doing in today's real estate markets. Well, I started off, I've been in the business for 30 years. I was a lawyer, I was a banker, I was a capital markets leader, but to be this job, there was a career change I made, actually later in my career. It was in 2015, I gave a speech in front of 3,500 people in Denver, and I was given the economics overview. And it was a moment I said, when you see most economics overviews, you've seen them, lots of charts, very academic, a little dry. I'm like, there is a better way. And I said, I'm going to do it my way. And my way was highly engaging, pictures, I had a costume change, I was calling people out of the audience. It was maybe the first and last economics overview that got a standing ovation, but it changed my life in a positive way. But it came down to one word, courage. I had the courage to do it later in my career, but here we are. So the two mega trends that I talk about are the reshoring of manufacturing and the movement of the economic center of activity within cities from central business districts to what we would call live, work, play neighborhoods. And I think they both create tremendous opportunities, particularly for places like Indiana. And so in Indiana, you've got lots of land here, you've got lots of water here, and you have, relatively speaking, cheaper energy and a friendly business environment. All those things are going to drive new manufacturing here. It's going to drive data centers here, which is AI and crypto and those types of things. And so you need to look at these mega trends and say, well, where does Indiana fit in? Well, it fits in on the manufacturing side really well. But then you sit here where we are in Indianapolis right now. We're right next to the ballpark where the Pacers and the Fever play and the Colts play a few blocks away. And what I like about this area, and I would point to areas just like this in Cleveland, in Milwaukee, in other markets, they concentrate their growth in submarkets. This is the type of submarket where you'll concentrate that growth because I use a term, durable demand drivers. And DDD. And the durable demand drivers are often a university. They're often a hospital system. But here, they're entertainment. And this entertainment hub as that durable demand driver, I think is increasingly important. It's not just the restaurants and bars, we're in a beautiful one right now, but it will drive other businesses here. And so I was just in Miami in Wynwood, which is a section that's used to be, or still holds, the Art Basel Arts Festival. Who's there now? A lot of the creative industries, architectural firms, other forms of businesses, because they like that concentration of cool and creative, even though it's an older neighborhood. It's a cool neighborhood, and here you have a great combination of the new and the old, which I think could really thrive right where we're sitting in Indianapolis. We have an affordable housing, workforce housing crisis in America. that should be considered a crisis, and it's just not talked about enough. The average person is considered to be quote-unquote housing poor if they pay more than 30% of their take-home pay in housing costs. The average American is now housing poor. In places like California, they pay more than 50%. It's catastrophic. People don't look at it that way. I do. And back to your question, Peggy, going to a place that's more affordable, of course that's better to make your dollar stretch further, particularly when you have the price of eggs going up like it is and other cost of living. Of course it matters. But now I'm going to say exactly the opposite thing. And this is why. I'm going to say having a market that gets more expensive is a high-class problem to have, because you want to be in a market where things are getting more expensive. You want to be in a market where you're growing, because if things are getting, you don't want things to get more expensive and say, oh, look at this, it's more expensive. It means you're growing. It means there's more demand for your goods. It means there's more demand for your apartments. It means there's more demand for cars and tickets to the Pacers. I recognize that can stretch people's salaries. And I'm not advocating for that. What I am advocating for, black and white, is growth is the only solution. It's the only solution to all problems. And unless you have a growth mentality, you're going to be left behind by other cities that do. I was just having a conversation a moment ago, and when you take a look at growth, a lot of people want to put tax incentives on problems. And listen, I'm all for tax incentives. I'm all for more money towards anything that can grow the economy faster. But I think the one area where places like Indianapolis have an opportunity, and they should seize it, is make this the easiest place to build. And that doesn't have to be the whole city. You could make little innovation zones within the city, and within those zones have permitting relief that rivals any place in the world. Because the number one issue, the reason why you have all these older office buildings within blocks of where we're sitting right now and they can't get converted, isn't the cost. It's the time to convert them. It's the permitting process. And I'm not saying Indianapolis is unique. They're not. Most big cities are very difficult to get permits. But you say, you know what, you come to Indianapolis, you're going to get your permit faster, you're going to get more buildings converted, you're going to get the buildings get more valuable, and it's going to help all businesses. So I'm not pointing at Indianapolis or Indiana, I am just pointing at other cities. It's like the city that wins on permitting will win. Well, I'm fortunate, I have 3 kids, and 2 of them are in college. I'm visiting one of them who's overseas in Madrid in a couple of weeks. That gives me the most joy in my life is my family. I'm also fortunate that I love what I do. I'm not going to hide the ball. I love coming out and meeting people. I probably am the most active speaker probably in the world in commercial real estate. Hundreds of speeches per year all over the world. I like meeting people. I like advising people. It makes me better. Hopefully makes them better too. So I get pleasure out of my family, I get pleasure out of my job, and when I'm not doing that, I have hobbies like anybody else. I like to go to horse races, I like to play golf, but those are secondary to my family and my work.
Our thanks again to all the contributors who joined us for this episode of the Business Equity and Opportunities podcast. We hope you found it enlightening, useful, and inspiring. You'll find more information about the show on our website, BEOshow.com. You can watch Business Equity and Opportunities Sunday mornings at 10 on Wish TV or live stream it through wishtv.com. Each week we provide 7 full segments with topics ranging from how to get started and how to access capital to the day-to-day running of your business and questions about accounting and bookkeeping. We feature business news and trends and always share a success story from one of our contributors. Join us next time for more insights into the world of small business. Be sure to sign up for our Business Equity and Opportunities newsletter to get even more valuable, up-to-date information. And if you have any questions or you'd like to be part of our show, please email us. The address is beo@wishtv.com. We'd love to hear from you. I'm Scott Sander. Thanks for listening.
Watch the Business Equity and Opportunity Show on Wish TV and access all of our content and share it on demand anytime at BEOshow.com. You can find more podcasts from Wish TV on the All Indiana Podcast Network at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.